Game Loser Show, episode 25 and a half. What episode is this? 13? 19?
Do some research.
12?
Do some research.
5?
God.
You should know. Well, how come I gotta know everything? How come you can't figure something out?
This is episode.
Episode. Good call.
No, I left a little gap so I can insert whatever here.
This is episode 12, 13, 14, 15, then whichever it is, just edit there.
Okay.
Alright. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Of course, today is the big E3 press conference blowout extravaganza. And yay, we get to film before any of that news actually comes out. So, stay tuned to whatever your favorite gaming site is to get the latest info. We're going to get you on the road there.
Which is obviously ours.
Let's see here. Today, 11:30 a.m. is the Microsoft E3 press conference. 3 p.m. Electronic Arts is doing a press conference. 5 p.m. Ubisoft is doing their E3 press conference. And at 8 p.m. Sony with the party.
It's pronounced Ubisoft.
Oh, is that how it's pronounced?
It's French.
Apparently Nintendo's going to have one too, but who knows? Who knows when? Might be, I don't know, tomorrow, maybe. But, I mean, really, at this point, do you care? Yeah,
No,
really?
I don't even care. I just want to know when my stuff's coming out. Actually, I don't even care when it's coming out. I just want it to be coming out when I'm ready to play it. So tomorrow I go to the store and I'm ready to play Grand Theft Auto 5. It better be there.
Really?
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5 tomorrow, huh?
If I feel like playing it. I can't really guarantee that I'm going to feel like playing it tomorrow, but if I am ready, I would appreciate them to be
Aren't you more ready for Saints Row 4?
No, I'm still not done playing Saints Row. I mean, I beat Saints Row 3. I'm just not done with it. So,
I've finally run across the gang with the Tron suits and stuff.
wow, you are super behind.
I am way behind. That's how often I get to play those games with swear words. Because with little kids in my house, I don't play while they're awake. Yeah,
My daughter just thinks the swear words are like animals.
Like, where's the effing pizza guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job parenting. Alright, guys, let's talk about some of the game news leading up here to E3. First up, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment has announced that their MOBA, do you know what a MOBA game is?
Oh, is that the thing that...
Multiplayer Online Battle Arena game. They're doing one for Guardians of Middle-earth, which will be launching shortly before the new Hobbit movie. And basically, you're going to have 2 teams of 5 going off into this battle mode, because...
It's called Royale with cheese.
Yeah, because apparently that's the new thing. Like, that's the big thing now, is that. Yeah. So anyway, they think it's going to be a huge PC game, and of course you're going to get 20 iconic characters, like Gandalf, Sauron, Gollum, Thrain.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, you know, why not?
Let's get on the train.
Come on, ride the train, choo-choo, ride it. So anyway, those of you looking forward to that new MOBA experience, you can look for that coming this fall.
That'd be me.
Really? And just you, apparently. Only you, dropping your phone. If you remember the lawsuit between Silicon Knights and Epic, Silicon Knights, working on the game Two Humans, said that Epic did not release all the code that Silicon Knights needed. Therefore, they had to build their own gaming engine. So they sued Epic over the deal. And apparently, they were wrong. The jury finds for Epic on all counts, and Epic has been awarded $4.45 million from Silicon Knights for even bringing up this lawsuit in the first place.
Ouch.
Which means Silicon Knights is probably said and done. Done and overdone.
It was an all or nothing deal. And
yeah, that was pretty much their last hope.
Sometimes you just gotta roll the dice.
And so...
And then goes broke. Bust.
Anyway.
No whammy, no whammy.
Epic issued a statement saying the jury rejected Silicon Knights' claim that Epic breached its Unreal Engine 3 license agreement with Silicon Knights. The jury also found in Epic's favor on all of its counterclaims, namely that Silicon Knights breached the license agreement, misappropriated Epic's trade secrets, and infringed on Epic's copyrights in the Unreal Engine 3 code. The jury awarded Epic damages totaling $4.45 million. So,
in your face!
Sucks to be Silicon Knights, which is too bad. I mean, they made some good games from here and there at certain times.
Like what?
What was that game on GameCube that was all freaky? Like it would turn upside down?
Tetris?
Or the controller? No. No. Eternal Darkness. That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
That was cool.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
they did Lemmings.
Did they do Lemmings? I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Next up, new rumor from Eurogamer is saying that Sony is going to roll out a new PlayStation Plus. This one will entice Vita users to sign up for the service. This will be one of their surprises, apparently unveiled today at their E3 press conference. They have said, let's see here, they're going to add Plus on Vita. We'll have Vita exclusive titles, downloadable content, and cloud services, plus free top-tier games for Vita users. So basically, the same type of deal you're getting on the PlayStation 3 will now be coming to Vita. PlayStation Plus on PlayStation 3 is actually really awesome. Lots of free games that you get on there. Classic games, new games, and then all sorts of download packs that are normally like $5-6 for people you just get for free, which is nice.
And it's how much a month?
Like
$40?
$8.99. I mean,
$48.99.
It's $5,000.
That sounds like a good deal.
But it's less than, I think it's like $54.99 if you sign up for the whole year.
Well, that's a lot of dollars.
So
that's a lot of gambling.
That's a lot.
That's
less than like $6 a month.
They give a bunch of dumb games, and you like dumb games. You're like, oh, Sir Knights-a-Lot's and the Panty Quest. You're like, awesome.
The Panty Quest? Heck yeah, that's one of my favorite games.
So
there's no swearing, so I just play that one when the kids are around. It doesn't matter. WWE 13 has got an official release date of October 30th.
Duh.
And if you watched Raw last Monday, you saw that CM Punk is indeed going to be on the cover of the box. Last year was Randy Orton, but he's actually on 60-day suspension now for a drug failure. Oops. So, anyway.
Cialis.
Not Cialis. Although that would make matches a lot more interesting, wouldn't it? Let's see. THQ, they also have Darksiders 2 coming August 14th. Saints Row Enter the Dominatrix coming sometime in September. Let's see. Company Heroes 2, Metro Last Night, and South Park all coming in 2013.
South Park. That's interesting.
South Park. You haven't seen the release on that? Mm. Dude, the animation on that looks exactly like the show.
Of course it does.
It looks fantastic.
Super cheap.
Super cheesy. For all of you still playing SOCOM on your PSP and PS2, the online servers will finally be shut down this August.
Wow, finally.
Which means those of you still playing on your network adapter equipped PlayStation 2,
there's no way none of you are playing that game.
If you are still playing that game, the first one with the online came out in 2002. Which means if you bought that game, you could have been playing that game this entire time, almost 10 straight years, with their online service. They're finally going to be taking those down.
I wonder, like, if there is actually a significant number of people, why they wouldn't just leave a server up. You know what I mean?
Well, for the reason that they probably had it running 10 years. I mean, how often do those servers usually stay up? 4 years?
So what? I mean, like, how much does it really cost to run probably a few servers and people actually are still playing that game?
Well, this is how the man pushes you to buy the new version of the game. That's how they do it, because they're like, well, everybody's still playing the old games. We got to shut down the servers. Of course, there are new, newer SOCOM games available on the, at least one. No, there's two on the PlayStation 3. One on the PlayStation 3.
Well, somebody figure out how to run their own server.
But anyway, yeah. Well, you can do it. You can do it with tunneling software through your.
You know, they should. So. Sony should give a company the rights to server out older games, and like have them easily connected to their network, and they just run the fees, and they just pay Sony a cut or something. Not that any smart company would invest in old games that no one plays, but whatever.
Just let fans buy servers, or rent servers or whatever.
If you love the game that much, sell your car.
You probably find a way.
Sell your car, get the license.
PlayStation 2 SOCOMs 1, 2, and 3, as well as SOCOM Combined Assault on the PlayStation 2. And then if you have the PSP and you're playing those SOCOM titles, you had Fireteam Bravo 1, 2, and 3, and the SOCOM Tactical Strike.
All terrible games.
All of those were fantabulousness. Now, of course, Zipper Interactive, they shut down at the end of March, and a lot of the people were shuffled around within Sony Computer Entertainment. So officially, the people who made the games just don't exist as that unit anymore, so just kind of makes sense that they're eventually going to shut it down. But if you're playing the new SOCOM on PlayStation 3, or if you're playing MAG on PlayStation 3, or you're playing Unit 13 on the Vita, which were all made by Zipper Interactive as well, those are still being supported for the time being. So no word yet on anything happening with those.
Who's playing MAG? Really?
Yeah. I beta tested it. It was nice.
Yeah, brag and name drop.
What name?
Yeah, so I was like beta testing MAG. No big deal. I got selected out of, a billion people. Like, whatever.
Yeah, and?
No one wanted your input on that game.
What?
Filled out a survey.
This whole show is our input about a game.
Nobody wants it. Everybody's here for me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
They just like the white light reflecting off of you and blinding them through the camera.
Yeah, you're just like the voice of, over some
reason,
some random
intelligence,
announcer, and then
Street Fighter 2 over Mortal Kombat.
You might as well put just your mask back on and just narrate.
Wow. You know what? That type of attitude is not going to get you the 10,000 Victor edition of Krater.
I have no idea what any of that means.
Krater is a new action RPG coming to the PC. It's going to cost you about $15 when it comes out. However, if you're willing to pay $10,000 or approximately 7,999 euros, Victor Magnuson, the game's designer, will come to your home, wherever in the world it's located, personally deliver the game. He will cook you a meal, and then play the game together with you.
For how long?
For the whole night.
Oh man, that's
you can opt for a mystery dish, or you can choose from the Viking burger, Swedish meatballs, Fiskercetera pita burger special, or the Esther or Preto pizza. Now, you could also shave about $1,000 off of that price. Get a takeout large pepperoni pizza from the nearest pizza place, 5 cans of energy drinks. What? Whatever. I don't know. They're being goofy in their press release. Anyway.
Hey, look. If it's $1,000 off for us just getting pizza from like Little Caesars, whatever. I'm doing that.
Look, listen. Victor Magnuson, you fly your way here. I'll buy you a Little Caesars pizza. $5, but it's hot and ready now.
Wow.
You can choose from pepperoni, sausage,
or
cheese.
you can get the 3 meat for $8.
Whoa.
I'll chip in 3. I'll chip in 3.
Man, if you're buying $8 pizza, I mean, it's just like mad Mr. Wall Street big banker 1% guy here.
Hey, look, I sold my Facebook stock. I got enough for a pizza.
You lost enough for a pizza with every stock. All right, so have you ever heard stories that Koreans tend to take video games pretty seriously?
Never heard that.
Never heard that?
No.
Apparently they do.
What?
Apparently Diablo 3 was such a big deal that when they had their Error 37 server issues at launch, a bunch of people in Korea demanded a refund. And Blizzard said, you don't get a refund. That's not how it works. We're just having technical issues. We'll work it out. Don't worry about it. Well, enough people complained to the Korean government that the Korean Federal Trade Commission raided the offices of Blizzard in Seoul, and they confiscated boxes and boxes of paperwork. They had information that they copied off these servers and hard drives. And they just basically said that they received so many complaints from Diablo 3 users that they felt they had to take action because Blizzard was ill-prepared for the player traffic.
That is insanity. What are they going to do? What person out there is freaking out? I can't play this game instantly right now. I'm going to lose my mind. Who doesn't understand there's going to be issues with Blizzard on opening day?
Yeah,
Who doesn't know that?
And enough that the government thinks that they have to step in and are going to have to press some sort of charges, bring up some sort of liability,
and
for Blizzard.
Even more so, how do you raid a company's and take all their stuff? Oh, we're raiding you guys. We're going to take all your paperwork. For what?
To find evidence that they knew that they were not prepared for the volume of traffic that would be trying to get to that game. And so therefore the server issues are something that they could have fixed if they put the proper resources towards.
Look, let me just preface this next statement by saying I have a good friend who's a Korean. But
oh great.
But
Eric, I'm gonna just go ahead.
Use people's crazy.
Okay.
Because look.
There it is.
Look. Who is such the nerd that they're calling up the government? I demand a refund. Like
my dad. My dad's one of those people. Like he buys an iPhone case that doesn't quite fit right. He demands a refund. He doesn't get it because it's somebody out of Hong Kong. So then he starts writing letters to like diplomatic agencies, wanting his money back from these Hong Kong companies.
It's like, who cares, man? That's how it works in the world. Everything's not perfect, especially with games. And let me remind you, those Koreans that are freaking out know damn well that was not going to work out. So why are they freaking out? Obviously, they're playing World of Warcraft. That stuff went down all the time. Did they call in? You know, StarCraft, did you freak out on that? I mean, servers go down. They come right back up. It generally never lasts that long.
Okay, well, here's what the part of the statement from the Fair Trade Commission says, that it was an unfair contract so that people cannot receive refunds even though they discover problems with the game. So they said, there's a problem with the game. It's a legitimate problem. They demand a refund, and the contract is unfair, not allowing the refund to go back to the people.
If you were crazy enough to buy Diablo 3 and you're mad because you couldn't play it the second you bought it, you know damn well if you got your money back, you're going to go back and buy it again. I'd say I would have just gave them the money back. Screw it. But then who do you know? How do you know? Because look, the servers go down for a couple hours, but how do you know that those people just decided they wanted their money back? They're done. They played it straight through for the first day or two.
Some people would say that's legitimate. That you play the game for a day or two, you don't like it, you just take it back. GameStop started allowing that. If you bought a game, you took it home, you played it, you didn't like it, you could take it back and just use that as credit towards another game. Not as a trade-in, but the full price that you paid. Some people think that that's how it should be. As a player, I like the idea. As if I was a content or game creator, I would hate the idea.
Because all it does is breed a bunch of people to abuse the system.
But, I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Game research, man. There's YouTube. It takes 2 minutes. You can figure it out. You can watch Video Game Losers and learn about a game. If somebody says a game randomly and I hear about it, I'll tell you if it sucks. Don't worry. God.
Don't worry. So for all you Koreans, you should have just watched this show.
Diablo 3 is amazing. You're ridiculous for wanting your money back.
There you go. If you happen to live in South Korea, you can go ahead and spread the word around, let everybody know to watch this. If you live in North Korea, you're just going to get shot in the head for watching this show. So, I mean, sorry. Sucks to be you. Aliens, Colonial Marines has been pushed to 2013, February 12th, as a matter of fact. But they are releasing an Extreme Collector's Edition for $100. It will come with a Power Loader versus Xenomorph statue, which, I mean, actually looks pretty awesome if you're a fan of the Aliens franchise. You get a USCM dossier containing the mission brief, schematic of the ship, recruitment card, iron-on badges, recon photos, and a graduation certificate.
Oh, official. Also
comes with digital goodies, not the least of which is the ability to play as Apone, Drake, Hicks, and Hudson. You will also get Ripley's flamethrower, additional marine customization option, 2 bonus multiplayer weapons, and an exclusive level.
That's a bunch.
That's a lot of stuff for $100. I mean, that statue by itself just looks crazy.
I'm pretty sure you could buy this game, sell the statue on eBay for $100, and
just keep the rest.
Keep the rest,
or at least sell it for $80. I mean, let's not be too greedy. Sell the statue for $80.
No,
so you paid
$120. You want to make $20 on a deal.
Well, it's not like it's going to sell out. Someone could just go to the store and pay the $100 and buy the whole pack instead of just buying the.
That's not how it works. It's a collector's edition. They sell out, especially a hot game like Aliens,
Colonial Marines, hot game. So anyway, it looks like an awesome pack. If you're really into the game and the franchise, I do like that statue, but I probably won't spend $100. EA has finally confirmed that Dead Space 3 is in fact coming out. They said it will be one of their big announcements at E3. They basically had to announce it because some of the information about the game had leaked, so they just had to kind of come out and say, alright, yeah, it's coming, but just stay tuned to E3.
Awkward.
One of the big things, though, is that there is a new second guy. So if you remember, regular Dead Space had your blue-lined face armor guy. Well, now there's going to be a red-eye guy fighting alongside you.
So cliche.
So co-op is coming to Dead Space, which is, what people have been clamoring for. People love them co-ops.
Hey, just so you know, I hate that word.
Co-op?
Yes.
Why?
Clamoring.
Clamoring or co-op? Which one do you hate?
Either one sucks.
Why?
I don't like the way it sounds.
What, you prefer like coop? You want to call it coop play?
No, I mean, you can say cooperative. I guess it's fine. I just don't like clamoring.
You don't like clamoring?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try to figure out some other word.
Thank you.
I'll try to stop using.
Not that it has any bearing on any of this. I just thought you should know.
Well, they've announced a new Castlevania game. Konami will be bringing Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. This will be a Mercury Steam-developed sequel working for the 360 and the PS3. So if you're big Konami fans, there you go.
Let it go.
Castlevania. Let it go?
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
I think it's done.
I don't think it's done.
How many times can you run Castlevania? It's not even Castlevania anymore. It's like...
It's Devil May Cry with a whip, and it's awesome. So I'm fine with that. Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider, has finally gotten a release date of March 5th.
Let it go.
2013. There's another one. This is from Crystal Dynamics. Probably best known for Gex the Gecko, right? Best known? Best known for Gex.
And Clax.
Did they do Clax? Oh, I see.
I'm sure they did.
I see what we're doing there. But just previously, they had announced that it was delayed till Q1 2013, but now it's official, March 5th. So everyone can look forward to that.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Cool.
Everyone.
Super.
Everyone. Kingdom Hearts 3D, the Dream Drop Distance, because they always have to put that goofy little thing at the bottom, coming out to the 3DS, and it will have the full voice cast returning, even on the 3DS little cartridge game. So you're getting the return of Leonard Nimoy, Haley Joel Osment, David Gallagher, Hayden Panettiere, Jesse McCartney, and Quentin Flynn. Quentin Flynn, I know, that was your favorite voice actor guy. But for, everyone was worried about Leonard Nimoy going into retirement, not doing Spock anymore, whatever, all that kind of stuff. Well, he's still doing voice acting, so you can just chill out. And he will be back for Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Does he voice act Spock?
Yes. Actually, he did on Big Bang Theory. But anyway, this one's it's got Tron levels in it, so I'm in. I'm actually going to go pre-order that. Wall Street Journal, of all places, released a report saying that Sony actually had considered making the PlayStation 4 the download-only system. Saying no optical drive, no memory cards. You purchase the game, it will only be available by download. But they backed off of that, citing broadband concerns. They were afraid not enough people had enough available broadband to support a download-only system. So therefore they've backed off for now, but maybe something you might be looking at for PlayStation 5 by the time that rolls around.
That's too soon, man. Too soon. I'm not ready for that. Yeah, it really worked out for your PSP Go, too, by the way.
They did say that, according to the same sources, that 2013 will be the next PlayStation. However, they may not actually call it PlayStation 4. They're just calling it the successor to the PlayStation 3, but not officially terming it the PlayStation 4, because it may be a box that has other, digital activities involved. It may be more of a set-top box computer that plays the Sony games.
So it's gonna be what?
Basically, like a
game station,
like a cable box, like your on-demand cable box with the web browser and gaming capabilities.
Well, look, if they know it's coming out next year, I'm pretty sure they know what it looks like. So don't tell me what you don't know.
Well, I hope they just bring back that boomerang controller that they showed for the PlayStation 3 originally at E3. If you remember that thing, that looked pretty sweet. And why they got rid of that, I don't know. Next up, Doom 3 BFG Edition is coming. This will be for PC, 360, and PlayStation 3 this fall. Because Doom 3, still a hot game. Everybody's still playing Doom 3. You're still on the Doom 3, right?
That game scares the bejesus out of me.
It will be coming back with new HD, modified, HD enabled, HD upgraded versions of Doom and Doom 2.
Oh, Doom 2.
And will also include several new levels that they are calling the Lost Mission. So if you want to play Doom in HD...
And who does it? Super pixelated.
Because I'm sure that's going to look fantabulous with bump mapping. It'll be the same textures, but now it's bump mapped. That will be coming out. Oh, it will also support 3D monitors. So if you got a 3D TV, 3D monitor on your PC,
which
you'll be able to play.
Which rich jerk out there has a 3D computer monitor?
Well, let's see. There's Mr. $8 Pizza, and there's Mr. 10,000 Game Chef.
Whose meals are apparently worth $1,000. Weird.
And probably Gordon Ramsay. All right. Criterion is going to work for EA on the new Need for Speed Most Wanted. Basically, they are relaunching, redeveloping the franchise. They're saying that basically it's, following that hot pursuit, most wanted idea of police officers chasing you down as you're trying to race, or you being the police officer chasing down the racing cars. They're going along with that whole storyline, but they are making this the super top tier, massive, most highly developed, highly sophisticated driving engine physics, etc., etc. game people are clamoring for with co-op. I don't know, Need for Speed. Have you played a Need for Speed?
I hate driving games.
I don't think I've played a Need for Speed since, like, Underground.
Hey, look, I hate driving. You know what I hate? Saints Row 3, Grand Theft Auto, I hate driving. Anytime there's a mission where you gotta race, I'm like, damn it!
I don't mind the driving as much in Saints Row as the levels where you're in the helicopter and you gotta shoot the other cars that are trying to get the car that's driving away.
I don't like those.
I don't like the
helicopter.
helicopter.
I like driving. It's not fun. I do that for real.
Next up, this one from Engadget. This is another E3 rumor. This one's actually really cool. Microsoft is apparently working on a new project they're calling Smart Glass for the PlayStation? Wow. For the 360.
Nicole Eagle. Incorrect.
For the 360, basically the idea is that if you have a device running iOS, Android, or you have a Windows phone, or even Windows 8, they're going to have an app that will allow you to stream photos and video from your phone to your Xbox 360 onto your TV screen. So basically, if you film video on your camera, you take pictures, you download video, you'll be able to go doop, 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 and it will stream it to your 360 and play it on the TV. So you can finally have that real moment like you've always seen in the movies where you bust into the boardroom and you say, "That man cannot be the CEO and here's why." And you go, whoop, and flip it off to the TV, and you show the pictures of him making out with a cheetah. And then he cannot be CEO.
Is that Chester Cheetah?
He's cheesy. So anyway, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds like a neat idea.
Of course, you would love it, because you love the most ridiculous, useless stuff ever.
That's not useless. That's incredibly useless.
That's who cares. Floop, bloop. I hate to plug something in.
Yeah, but see, this way I can read my digital comics that I buy instead of buying paper comics from you. I can read them on my TV screen.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. I know that's what you wanted to hear.
Team America.
Jet Set Radio HD now has 99.9% of the original soundtrack. The game is being remastered and re-brought out in high definition, and there had been some problems licensing certain music tracks, which of course got everybody freaked out because the music was one of the high points of the game. Well, they said now they've got 99.9%. There are, I think, 3 tracks that they have not been able to get the rights to because apparently the people are like, oh, you want a song for your game? Yeah, $10 million. Or thereabouts.
So, if it's only 0.01% that they need, how many songs are on that thing?
Actually, it's 30. There were 30 tracks.
So that's a lie.
So it's more like 1%. But you
know,
it's more like they have 98%.
Even less than that. So they're lying, basically.
So anyway, but yeah, more or less, you're getting it. The Vita is now getting a dedicated YouTube app so that you can stream all those great shows off of YouTube directly to your Vita. Shows like the video game Losers, shows like It Figures, shows like the new Comics Corner video series, the News Desk, any of those great Pop Culture Network shows, you can stream them directly from YouTube onto your Vita. Now you can already do that through your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, your iPod, your home computer, I mean, whatever. I mean, you can pretty much do it on anything already, but
you can do it off your Doug too. Like,
now,
hey, did you see that video? And you just reenact it. So
yeah, and I can even just redo all the dialogue from every show we've ever done.
So that's kind of,
So there you go. That's good stuff.
Technology, yeah.
The trial in between Activision and the former Infinity Ward designers has now been settled. Basically, the people from Infinity Ward who put together Modern Warfare 2, basically as soon as the game launched, they were let go from Activision, and they were supposed to be paid royalties on how good the game went. So they turned around to Activision and said, hey, you can't just release us when you're supposed to be paying us royalties on this game. And Activision said, well, yes, we do. Yes, we can. You're gone. But now apparently they've worked out whatever settlement, and they're getting stacks and stacks of fat cash. But it's all...
Or they're not going to get killed as part of the agreement.
Listen, you drop this lawsuit, and I don't bust your face. And they go, hey, it works for us.
Deal.
All right. Next up, only a couple more left. I know, this is past your bedtime. I'm getting sleepy, but only a couple more left. Let's see. We've got a new game called Injustice: Gods Among Us. This is a new game from NetherRealm Studios, the people who make Mortal Kombat, and they are licensing the DC characters in this fighting game. So kind of like you had the whole DC versus Mortal Kombat a few years ago. Well, now you got your Mortal Kombat remake. Now you're getting a DC remake. You're getting all sorts of special, powered people, gadgeted people. You're getting characters like Superman and Harley Quinn and Batman. You're getting Solomon Grundy. You're just getting this huge roster of DC characters, and they're all fighting that great Mortal Kombat game engine style. Which is what you've been waiting for. I know people like me have been clamoring for a game like this for quite a long time. Let's see. LucasArts product photos had been leaking out, so they finally went ahead and confirmed that they will be revealing this week, at E3, their new Star Wars game 1313 is what it's called. And it's basically a bounty hunter game. Looks to be set in the Good trilogy timeline of movies. That is not the prequel. And it's basically they say bounty hunter. They don't necessarily say it's going to be Boba Fett or anybody, you know, from that lineup. But basically, 1313 is supposed to be some sort of location, like a prison planet or, you know, something along those lines. And this bounty hunter's been going into this underworld and fighting people and
They still
whatever.
do the Star Wars thing?
So, yeah, they do lots of Star Wars games.
Over it.
They kind of have this big MMORPG right now. Maybe you heard of it. Star Wars Galaxies from Sony Computer Entertainment. I hear that's hot.
Get over it.
Oh, no, wait. They closed that one.
Get over
but
it.
There's a new one.
Get over it.
Something else. Finally, last story. A company called People Can Fly is apparently working on the new Gears of War game. This has been leaked from Game Informer, who's putting this on their new magazine cover, and photos of the cover leaked out on Twitter. But Epic Games basically came out and confirmed it. They are working on, what is this? This is called Gears of War Judgment, is the new title of this, continuing the ongoing storyline of Marcus Phoenix.
4.
It's not a prequel, but it will follow a prequel of Marcus Phoenix, but it will follow the squad that appeared in the Gears of War 3 downloadable content RAM Shadow. So, those
That's
of
very
you,
specific.
those of you looking forward to a new Gears of War game, you're getting it, and it's coming from People Can Fly. So there you go. And that does it for the news! Woo! What is this? About 38 minutes?
God, man.
So, long news section, but hey, it's E3. And we're going to have a whole bunch more news next week because, of course, there's going to be all these E3 drops of big stuff coming out today. So make sure you're watching those. And stay tuned to Pop Culture Network for more stuff. And then, oh yeah, we got to do your junk, don't we?
Not really, but we'll try it.
Alright, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, Numbnuts over here is going to go down all the latest game releases. If he can wake up in time to do it. Mr. Sleepy Pants.
They're not numb, they feel okay. Alright guys, thank you for watching our videos on the Pop Culture Network. We do hope that you will help support us by visiting shoppcn.com, where you'll find all these amazing toys, comic books, DVDs, video games, random geek goodness, all brought to you at an incredibly great price. Every dollar you spend helps contribute to the Pop Culture Network. What's going on?
What is what?
So, did you make a fort, or?
I don't know what you mean. It's not like we're doing product placement or anything.
So, just so you understand, you got this space here for my head, and somehow this area in here with the tickler. Okay, so obviously this week with E3 going on, there's not too much going to be released, which is probably strategery planned to be this way.
Yeah, this is the type of week I've been clamoring for.
So in fact, there's not too many titles being released this week, so I'm going to go over them really quick, and then we'll get that done and move on to bigger and better things. So, the first game we're going to talk about today is going to be a game releasing called Bang Bang Racing, and that's going to be on the Xbox, the PC, and the PS3. Now this is a digital download game, and you guessed it, it's a racing game. Yay! What's so special about it? I don't know. You crash into stuff, you race. It's not a big deal. It's an arcade title.
Well, it's no Mario Kart, that's for sure.
Well, it kind of is a little bit like a Mario Kart, but don't worry about it. Another game we have for the 3DS coming out is going to be called The Art of Balanced Touch. Now, this is really just probably the dumbest game I've ever seen in my life. And, I mean, obviously, I hate every game, but this one is the worst because all you do basically is try to balance things and stack them. And you different objects and shapes.
You gotta move slowly and carefully, not fast like a hedgehog, for instance.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, see?
So it's on a 3DS, so I guess it's in 3D, but, I mean, really, if you look at a turd in 3D, does it make it any better?
Yes, actually, it does.
Not really.
It looks real.
So that's what's going on there. Up next, we have for the DS, we have a game called Cat Frenzy. This will be also a eShop download, and basically you're getting a little bit of a Bejeweled with cat heads. and as you clear out or you match up 3 or more cat heads, they meow, and you get more meow. And, you know, they come from, you can rotate them up and down and side to side, so that's a little bit different. But essentially, it is still the same game.
But, you know, if you are like Tingle the Fairy, you probably like cats. You probably have a house full of them.
Oh, good point. Good point. Good call, bro. Let's see. Up next for the 360, the PS3 for digital download, we do have Virtual Fire 5 Final Showdown. Now, this is essentially a full overhaul of the Virtual 5's mechanics, the balance of the characters, and the animations. So, if you love Virtual Fire 5 and you're like, man, I wish they would make it better, there you go. And it's available for digital download.
And it's made by Sega, the same people who have made Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ooh, good point. One major title releasing this week is going to be Madagascar 3. Clearly, this is one of the games you need to be picking up, which is going to be releasing on the 360, the PS3, the Wii, the DS, the Vita, and the 3DS. So, a major release title here. It's, you know, the movie game. It's similar to the other ones that released previously. You know, it's good for your kids, terrible for you. And you're just going to follow them as they, just like in the movie, as they go across Europe and doing the circus thing. Whoop-de-woo. Can't wait for that one.
I don't think that's even the big release of the week.
No, that's definitely the big release.
I think there's still another big release.
Okay, well, there is this game called Inversion. And it is, of course, releasing on the 360, PS3, and the PC. Now, this game is essentially playing Halo meets, like, Gears of War meets space suit flying. Because in this game, you're doing a shooter which has a gravity manipulation thing where you can kind of, like, fly and float and kind of oddly... They messed up the code and the characters were floating. And they're like, oh, that's kind of fun. And they put it in the game. So if you want another shooting game that has a kind of a new twist on it, Inversion is going to be the game for you.
That's still not the game I'm talking about. There's an even bigger game.
Even bigger than that?
Even bigger game.
Oh, man. Okay, well, and I guess let's end it with this title. For you PC lovers out there, all you Sim 3 lovers, you get yet another expansion. This time it's going to be Katy Perry's Sweet Treats. And as you can imagine, it is a expansion set around Katy Perry, and it's all inspired by her personal likes and whatnot into the game. It is basically the her little candy themed, like Candyland themed obsession from her videos, or now you're going to see it in The Sims 3, and that, I got to be honest with you,
it's pretty hot.
Game of the year.
Pretty hot.
Game of the year.
It is.
So this is a must-have expansion. So there you go. That's going to be it for this week, obviously, with E3 coming out.
Whoa. Rayman Origins on the 3DS? A Rayman game in 3D?
No.
Come on, that's the game. Well, okay, granted, Katy Perry's Sweet Treats for The Sims.
All right, just for the sake of clearing you out, you are getting the Rayman Origins.
Of course, it's already been released on like 6 other platforms,
right.
But now it's coming to the 3DS, so it's in 3D.
This week is going to be the 3DS version of that game, which has released previously on the X360, the PC, the PS3, the Wii, the Vita, all the other platforms. But now you're getting on the 3DS. Who really cares by now? If you wanted that game, you already played the crap out of it.
3D!
So
coming at ya.
I'm just going to let you know that, honestly, there's
nothing... Listen, Katy Perry's Sweet Treats is not in 3D.
Look, for all you Koreans who got a refund, go buy Diablo 3 again and start playing because you're behind. Okay? The auction house for real money, that's going on, man. You need to get on that.
Alright, so you done?
Get a job.
You done?
I'm done.
You're out?
We're done.
Alright, are we doing Fan Corner this week or not?
Yes.
Alright.
And we'll be right back.
Whoa!
Clear that up.
What happened?
Oh, magic.
Crazy.
E3 magic.
No edits here. That was done in real time.
Woo!
Alright, finally time for the fan corner. Got a handful of questions, comments, and whatnots.
Apparently we don't have enough fans.
And, you know, as we know, we didn't do a show last week because of the Memorial Day holiday. Because, you know, we got to cook out.
We decided we didn't want to tell you that either.
We got to grill.
We just randomly let you figure it out.
Well, because here's the deal with holidays. When big holidays like Memorial Day hit, it's usually like Saturday evening around 5 or 6. We're like, oh, crap, we're closed Monday. And that's usually how we figure it out. So, all right. From Fabulous Fan Corner in the forums, the Pop Culture Network, comes the Burger General. It says, hey guys, what do you think of the idea of dedicating some time each episode to a one-on-one test of skill involving a retro game? For example, record both losers playing a game of Burger Time, Tetris, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, etc. Winner will obviously be the loser with the most points. I personally would love to see this. Maybe you could even set up a poll for PC and board members to vote on the title. That's actually not a bad idea.
It is a good idea, but then we would have to...
That would take work.
We just had to figure out how we could do that. But yeah.
That would take work.
Why not? We'll do that.
Time.
We'll try it.
But we could probably, we could
start out old school. We can do paper, rock, scissors right now.
Wait.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Victory is mine.
He won on the first classic game.
You a winner. All right. Next up, the Rook says, now that it has been determined that Street Fighter 2 was bigger and badder than Mortal Kombat,
that's a lie. That's not a lie.
What would you say is your favorite version of Street Fighter? Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter EX3, etc.
What was the last Street Fighter?
Street Fighter 4.
That one, because that means it was over.
It's not over.
Yeah, that was the last one. Totally ruined the market.
That one just came out.
Ruined the market.
Street Fighter Alpha 2. No, actually, Street Fighter Alpha 3. I remember playing a lot of. That was one of those games on the PlayStation 1. I can remember... I think I was on summer break from college, so I was just kind of sitting around the house doing nothing. And I had that game on the PlayStation 1. And would just sit in the upstairs TV room at my parents' house just playing that game like for hours and hours and hours. It was one of those games, because it was on the PS1, so you had loading times. You know, you'd tell it to go, and then you had like 30 seconds of it just spinning right there. So I used to make songs to the different things on the screen. So it's like, Street Fighter Alpha #1! You know, because the colors would scroll through the thing. So, so for me, Street Fighter Alpha 3. Which is like World Conquest or something they called it. I don't remember, but...
Yeah, that's probably the... Well, I don't know. I still like the arcade, too, on the arcade.
Just Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo?
So, yeah. Special edition, you know, whatever. Tournament
New
edition.
challengers.
Tournament edition. Because, I mean, it was essentially... That was the game that made the franchise, and it was the funnest of all. I mean, they keep trying to redoing it and adding more characters and add new abilities. And it seems like the simpler it was, the funner it was. So
yeah, I almost wonder if like Street Fighter is also to blame for a lot of that game industry stuff, because it was Street Fighter, then Super Street Fighter, well, Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter New Challengers, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo New Challengers Accepted Alpha 3 Plus. And it just seems like every time you turned around, they were just, you know, they'd make 1 or 2 tweaks and put the game back out in the arcades, which, I mean, I guess it kept the arcades alive a little while longer, but still, it was just kind of like, same game.
Yeah, same game. And, I mean, really, we just want to watch Chun-Li do scissors. Chun, 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 chun.
I don't know. I was always, I enjoyed Cammy.
Oh,
quite a bit.
Cammy Toe.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
All right, last question here. Nasty Will says, hey guys, did you ever play a game where the portable version was better than the console version?
That's hard.
I don't know if portable being better than console...
There was a Final Fantasy, what, I think it was on this... They redid the Final Fantasy games on the PSP from the original Super Nintendo versions. I think those were better because they added new content and new dungeons.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
New weapons, new items, but it was the same game.
They did it years later, though. I mean, not like...
Well, that was better
not like
than
at
the
the
original.
same time.
That was better than the original.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, think about, like, simultaneous releases. Like, I know...
There's no... I don't think any...
Some of the Spider-Man games from a few years ago, they would still release them on PS2, as well as PS3 and 360 and whatever.
Wasn't it the Shattered Dimensions where they
Web of Shadows?
Yeah, Web of Shadows.
And like on the PS2, it was actually a better game because they beefed it up for the next generation consoles, which meant they had to add new content, and all that content was wandering around trying to find something, beat up the guy, go to the next one. And in the PS2 version, they basically cut that out, so it was just the boss fights. And the story important stuff, so it was much more focused and streamlined, so it was a lot better. It's not exactly portable, though. So, I mean, as far as, like, portable being better...
I don't see it because...
I can't really...
I can't think of a game that I like to play on the portable. Like, I'm stuck somewhere and I have to. The only games that really work on portable for me are the casual games. Like, some kind of gem dropper, or what was was it Magic or Jewel Quest?
Yeah,
Jewel Quest. I liked it. I liked it on the
Puzzle Quest.
Yeah, I like that on the
PSP
versus sitting in front of the
DS.
computer playing it. So
yeah,
I guess that kind of works.
A game like Puzzle Quest worked a lot better on the DS than it did on the screen because you'd actually take the stylus and swap them around as opposed to trying to move your cursor and then tell the direction. So definitely that worked better.
But generally, I hate the games on the. If there is a version on the console that's generally 1,000 times better. So
yeah,
just like you don't want to buy the Wii version of any game.
Although I will say this, I never really. We talked earlier about the Need for Speed games, and the last one I really got into was like Need for Speed Underground 3, maybe it was. I don't remember. But the thing was, I never played it on PS2 or Xbox or anything like that. I played it on the DS. What? That was the system I played it on. I enjoyed it on the DS.
Of course you did.
And
you picked the most random game to play. That's terrible.
I have no idea why.
Because you're addicted to terrible things.
I think maybe on the DS because it was just the straight up racing. Like you didn't do a lot of the car customization stuff. I don't remember if that one had like all the rap girlfriends that you were racing for and whatever. I think it was just pretty much the straight up, you race, you win money, you unlock the next tracks. So I remember playing it on there. I don't think I played it anywhere else. But yeah, very few portable games really stand out as being that much better. But I think, using the touchscreen on the DS, you can say that those were a little bit better. So there you go. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Don't forget, if you want to leave a voicemail message, you can call our voicemail line. It's area code 217-953-4025. You can always send us emails, killen@popculturenetwork.com, dirt@popculturenetwork.com. And as always, come to the Pop Culture Network, see the other great content we have, join the forums, and talk with all the other great fans. That's going to do it for this episode of the Video Game Losers. Oh my gosh, there's a baby crawling out of you.
I just gave birth.
He just gave birth here on the show.
It's an E3 baby.
Killen just gave birth on the show. You saw it here, the miracle of life.
Hey, what's your favorite game?
Put her on the spot.
What's your favorite video game? On your DS?
Squinkies.
Squinkies.
New Squinkies.
Come on, E3. Where's the Squinkies?
We need 3DS Squinkies. I need to see Squinkies in 3 dimensions, or we riot. Clamoring for that game.
Throw your hands up. Riot.
Nah. Like you just don't care. All right.
Say bye, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.
Say see you next week.
See you next week. Bye. Bye. And those your hand. Why does a boy wear a ring? A girl ring?
I'm married. That's a wedding ring.
Why do you have a ring?
My wife wears a ring with the diamonds on it, and I wear this ring to show that I'm
Her
married.
daddy's a real man. He doesn't wear a ring.
We're not really married.
Whatever.